need to get the formalities out of the way. First and foremost, shout out for Shin. He's one of my mods, and he helps me out a lot. We talk about mental health every now and then, and he's a pretty decent guy. So if you could follow him, that'd be great. And oops, I can't highlight that. And if you could follow or check out Shippy RF. He's one of my mods as well, and he helps me out a lot. Other than that, you know, we talk about mental health every now and then, and he's a pretty decent guy. Anyhow, lastly, shout out for Jessica 200,112. She's done a couple of art projects for me on Fiverr. If you could help her out with a gig or two, that would be really appreciated. And my friend Jean and M, if you could help her out with a gig or two as well, that'd be great. She's a fantastic artist, and she's done a lot of work for me. So, alrighty then. I think the way to start is we'll be talking about Super Mario. And I have at least 2 pages of notes for this one because there are so many Mario games, and I could say probably that I'm possibly hang on, just gotta. There we go. I think I enjoy the games a lot. I think over all the games, I think I only played probably. I would say I played most of them. I'd say I played the first or the technically first one with Super Mario in it, Super Mario Brothers in the title. That's I always thought that was 1983, but that's 1985. And I have played Super Mario Bros. 2 and Super Mario Brothers 3. I don't think I've beaten any of those of the the quote unquote classic games. I think the only one I think Galaxy 1, I think I've only beaten Super Mario World. And even then, that's still with save states on the Wii U, so I'm still not particularly good at Mario games for most of the classic ones. And yeah, I don't think I've beaten 64. I know I played 64. I know I love Sunshine very much, and I'm glad they brought it back with the Switch, but at the same time, I kind of wish they'd do that anyway, just without, super significant fanfare, Same thing, it's like, they brought back Wind Waker, and that's on, I think, on the 3DS/Wii U, and they had Metroid Metroid Prime Trilogy with Metroid Prime 1, 2, and 3 for the Wii, and later a digital release on Wii U. But again, I wish they brought back more GameCube games, because I swear the rumors that it's kind of funny, the rumors that that there was going to be DS games on the Wii, right? I thought I was really hopeful for that. They didn't do it, and then they do it for the Wii U with gosh, what's it called? Some of the Advance Wars titles. I think there's probably Yoshi Island in there somewhere. Mario Kart always. And then when they put the DS games on the Wii U, I'm slightly disappointed because I'm going oh no, Elite Beat Agents, or the Japanese version, As Tatake Owendon, and so that's unfortunately sorry, that's another extreme tangent, but I remember that they were like planning something on the Wii U as well, so I was really disappointed that they never did anything with it. So because it had the stylus too, and the screen, so they could go ahead and do it. Um, but and then on Switch, there was again another rumor that they were gonna do GameCube games eventually, right? And I expected that on the Wii U, didn't happen, and they, well, again, besides Metroid Prime Trilogy and Wind Waker, that didn't happen for the most part, and again, going forward, they have Sunshine with Switch, but other than that, they don't have anything else going for it. So, hang on, just checking something. Shreppy, if you're there, I want to ask real quick. Could you just drop 1 bit if you have bits? Because I want to see if my custom alert pops up, and I wanted to see if it was a Nightbot issue. But other than that, we'll start with the beginning of the series for Super Mario. Super Mario started with the arcade game Donkey Kong in 1981, and at the top you'll see Donkey Kong and Lady, and in some releases Pauline. So that's the start of Pauline. Pauline started in Donkey Kong, which was really interesting, and she never got another role until she was like redesigned in some re-releases, cabinets, or like I think either mobile releases, and then she eventually came back in Mario vs. Donkey Kong 2 March of the Minis, a DS title where you have like these little Tinker toys fight each other. So it's just weird that like Pauline was first in the series, and then she got snubbed by Peach or whatever. So, and also there's a funny tidbit about Donkey Kong is that Mario is called Jumpman or whatever, and I think this is something where this either was a rivalry or slight hatred between that Shigeru Miyamoto had for his boss Gunpei Yokoi. Gunpei Yokoi was kind of like the golden boy of Nintendo, because again he helped create a lot of the iconography of like Nintendo, like the Game Boy, Super Mario Land, Metroid, and also he's been with them for their biggest failures, unfortunately, as well, the Virtual Boy. So, before Nintendo became a gaming powerhouse as well, he developed, or he created a lot of the toys that Nintendo was a little bit known for. Same thing with their playing cards. So, but I think what I was gonna say is Gunpei Yokoi pointed out to Shigeru. He said that, oh, you need Mario to jump, so Mario didn't jump at first. So I think that's why they called him Jumpman / Mario later. I think it's kind of funny, but I think it's maybe some slight annoyance from again Shigeru at that point, because he's like, you don't tell me what to do, old man. I'm the rookie. I'm the young gun. I'm gonna do things, man. And this is where I feel like Princess Daisy is one of my favorite characters. I think that's why, since she was created in Super Mario Land, a game created by Yokoi, and other Nintendo R&D or engineers and programmers, and I think it's like, since Shigeru had no involvement with it all, that's why he's so hesitant to put Princess Daisy in games, and I feel that's unfortunate, because I think Princess Daisy is a pretty likable character, and I just like, if you, or I'm not trying to get too philosophical, but I was thinking that since again the same thing like I was saying, like Shigeru was probably like, I don't want to use something that possibly my master or the higher up creators created, so I'm gonna kind of put that off for a while. And again, I still think it's not great in the vein of Shigeru because I think he's kind of different. Or from reading a little bit of reports about Shigeru Miyamoto, I think from what I heard, is he's very difficult to deal with. So, anywho, and that's kind of my slight tidbit. So I just there's a lot of Nintendo drama in the whole scheme of things, and it's pretty crazy. Like I think we haven't even gotten into the second Mario game. There's a lot of Sega drama as well. I think it primarily stems from that Shigeru is more difficult to work with when he's dealing with Western video game design studios, like specifically Metroid Prime. I remember some YouTubers said that whereas like when Shigeru said that have different visor modes for Samus's helmet, he said it very bluntly instead of like explaining it thoroughly. So, and also I think that same thing with Sega and Sonic is that a Western studio who made Sonic Spinball or whatever, they made a couple other games, and then they got tasked with this special project called Sonic Extreme, where it was kind of like Super Mario Galaxy before Super Mario Galaxy. And one of the young guns, Yuji Naka for Sega, he's very uppity, and you can't tell me what to do. So he was like, either these guys quit their project or I leave or something like that. So there's a lot of drama for, I think, and Yuji and Shigeru might be egocentric a bit, since I know it's like it's their they put their blood, sweat, and tears in, but it's still you could still let some leeway happen. Anyway, sorry, that was a long tangent. Going to Mario Brothers is the second game that they developed by Nintendo. It came out in 1983. What's very interesting is Luigi was first introduced as Mario's brother in this game. So if anybody gives you guff about liking, characters that were either recent or, haven't had a chance to shine yet, just say, man, even Luigi wasn't even, first game, he was second game. So just say that, and, don't let them, get your goat. So this Mario Bros. Second game, it didn't have too much to do with the Mushroom Kingdom or anything like that. You were just on that stage for Smash Brothers, that's like the 2D backdrop. Not the Game & Watch one, but the one with the pipes and the 4 levels in the POW block. Yeah, that's basically the first game, and you just attack Koopa Troopas and all that, and that was just basically the game. I don't know if it was an arcade release, but yeah, it's same Donkey Kong and Mario Brothers, very limited, but you got to start somewhere. Super Mario Brothers Next came out in 1985. First, you introduced Princess Peach and Bowser, and I imagine Toad as a result as well. This was the lightning in the bottle effectively, because it's simple, it's enjoyable, or it's simple, it's fast, and it's fun. Three gaming principles that pretty much usually are almost every mobile game will mostly be most free to play games, and it's like it's honestly the rules to live by if you're developing a game. Come up with something simple and ingenious, and then have good content and make it fun above all else. So Super Mario Brothers 2 is next. This one's a little bit odd because it was it was technically made as another game, and then they kind of just shoehorned Mario Brothers onto it. Um, this game was the first to introduce Birdo, and it is the first playable appearances of Princess Peach and Toad. So in this game, it's a little bit weird. You pick up vegetables and all that. You toss them at people. That's I think they wanted that to be still relevant, so they put that in Smash Brothers as one of Peach's moves. So she tosses the turnips at people, and some of the turnips can instantly KO people, which is nice. Um, and then Toad as well. This is where I get salty as well for um, check hanging out or talking about side characters is Toad. Toad gets his own game at least once. Princess Peach got her own game, which is unfortunately unfair because she only got one game. Luigi technically has like 4 or 3. Wario has like a bunch because he technically has 2 series: the normal platforming one and the what's it called? The and the WarioWare series, and Yoshi, right? Yoshi has a series as well with Baby Mario and Baby Luigi. So that's why I was saying I get salty because it's like technically Rosalina, Daisy, and Waluigi do not have a series starting them, and I feel like Nintendo will never do it because like it's I think it's like some YouTuber said it where it's like they don't necessarily bring a series back unless they're trying something new, and that's unfortunate. If usually most Nintendo games are usually not flawless, but they're perfectly they have some sort of joie de vivre. They have some sort of joy of life about them where it's just they're usually fun to play. And even if you gave me the newest F-Zero with nothing really going on with it, I think it would still be enjoyable regardless. So like same thing as like they brought back F-Zero technically in Nintendo Land, and it's okay. It's not great. Again, it's like beggars can't be choosers, but at the same time I wish it was a bit better. So sorry, Super Mario Brothers 2 came out in 1988. And Super Mario Brothers 3 is next, came out in 1988 as well. One notable thing about Super Mario Brothers 3 is unique power-ups such as the sock, the Tanuki suit, and the frog suit. I wish they used the sock and the Tanuki or the frog suit more often, but that's neither here nor there. Super Mario Land, that came out in 1983. The first to introduce Princess Daisy, which is exciting for me, and the Nation of Sarasaland. So that's Princess Daisy's land or queendom. It has the 4 lands of Barabuto, and I think that's it's kind of sorry, I'll talk about Sarasaland first. So, Sarasaland is kind of an interesting case because I think they were saying Sarasha is the Japanese word for exotic. So within Sarasaland, there's 4, regions that are geographically, different. So Barabuto, I think is how you call it, is a twisting of the word Piraputo in Japanese, just meaning pyramid. So Birabuto is Egypt in Sarasaland. Muda is technically it's almost like I think it's supposed to be the Bermuda Triangle. So it's like there's Atlantis and there's different eerie things going on in there. So it's kind of a funny joke. I think Easton, yeah, Easton is like the Easter Island head, so it's kind of like a tropical place, which is pretty cool. And then Chai is China, if I remember correctly. And the enemies there are like the Zhang Shi or whatever, those hopping ghosts. So it's a very fascinating game, and I'm sad that they didn't make another one that is wildly different as Super Mario Land is. And it also kind of made me super sad that or not to be mad at Gunpei Yokoi, but Gunpei Yokoi is still alive at the time, so I'm sad that he did not try to have Princess Daisy as a playable character at one point, because in Super Mario Land 2 and 3, released in 1992 and 1994 respectively, um, they introduced Wario, and yeah, so unfortunately that's kind of where um, Princess Daisy starts and ends. She's introduced in Super Mario Land. She has a cameo as Luigi's caddy in Mario Golf, I think, released in 1991, and in the Super Mario Brothers. Thank you very much, Brano. I'm sorry I can't exactly see it, and I don't know if I can. I don't know if it popped up, but thank you very much. Oh gosh, what was I gonna say? And then Super Mario Bros. The movie, they have Daisy in, or they have Princess Daisy as one of the main characters, which was really interesting. It's crazy. I'm sad that the Super Mario Brothers movie was so bad, because like they were trying to be, they were trying to be different, and like going forward, like the saddest thing about the Super Mario movie is that the studio executives were kind of in the right, because they wanted a kid friendly movie, but at the same time they messed up because they hired the directors, and the directors wanted a more darker tone movie. So it's tonal dissonance, and it doesn't work out, unfortunately. What's even crazier too, I think, it's like Mario's girlfriend in the Super Mario Brothers movie is supposed to be Pauline, so they they went even further. They have Princess Daisy and they have Pauline. They don't have Peach, which is even crazier. So talking about Super Mario movies going forward, gosh, what I was gonna say. How are you, Brando? If you're still here, you don't have to stay. Thank you very much for subscribing. It means I appreciate it very much. Um, Super Mario Brothers movies. There's the guys at Illumination that made Minions, Sing, The Secret Life of Pets. They're making a Super Mario movie, and I hope that does well. So then, there's, in the future, more Super Mario movies. I was surprised the Sonic movie did so well. I thought the Sonic movie was going to be absolutely, bad. So I'm surprised that the Sonic movie, did at least well. It did. The funniest thing is it did better than Star Wars, which is, flabbergasting. How is a Star Wars movie so bad that Sonic the Hedgehog beats it? That doesn't make sense. I mean, it's 2020, but still, Sonic should not have a better, rating or review than Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. So Super Mario Land 2 introduces Wario. I'm still talking about Princess Daisy. Princess Daisy will not have a game for 9 more years until she's reintroduced in Mario Tennis in 2000, and then as a regular starring cast member in Mario Party 3 and Mario Party 4. So by the heroes, or by the nice people that at Hudson Soft and a couple others, it's crazy to me that I think I appreciate the third party studios more, because they brought Princess Daisy back into the fold of games, and I was like, that's crazy. Sorry, going back, Super Mario Land 2, 6 golden coins. They introduced Wario as a villain. Super Mario Land 3 is the first playable appearance of Wario. Um, in 1993, Mario is Missing is apparently. Thank you very much for dropping by, Brano. It's fine if you're in the wrong chat or not, because yeah, my bad. I think I might have been the channel might have been still hosting Obi Bert Kenobi, but then I swear I was hosting Kitty Mango eventually, or I think when we were still when she was still playing Dead by Daylight. So um are they, if you're still here, Brano, is like, are they still playing Dead by Daylight? Because that's fine. Just I was just wondering if they were gonna jump in the stream or not. So um 1993, Mario's Missing. It's technically Luigi's first starting role, which is weird. Um, okay, okay. Um, but that's I'm glad they had. I imagine they still had a fun time with Dead by Daylight for the whole, I would say 2-3 hours. Um, but are you gonna stream today, Brano, or are you just gonna hang out? Because I'll catch a stream later if you are, for Sunshine or Destiny. Um so yeah, I gotcha. Well, thank you for dropping by the stream. If whatever you do after this. So um yeah, second starring role technically for Luigi for Mario's Missing, because I did some more research, and they had these like Mario game watches for Japanese McDonald's only, I think, and that was technically the first two games for Luigi and Peach for some reason. So I don't know why. It's on the Wikipedia list too, so I don't know why they don't. I don't know if they qualify as games, or I shouldn't say that. They, if somebody got some joy out of them, they qualify. Um, so Super Mario World came out in 1990. First introduced Yoshi. Oh, hey Doggy Mango, I'm doing well. I was really tired when starting out, but I think I kind of caught the groove. So how are you? How are you after the Dead by Daylight stream? Um, so yeah, Super Mario World first introduced Yoshi. Super Mario World 2 is the first starring role for Yoshi. That has Baby Mario and Baby Luigi. Next is Super Mario 64, 1996. So the first 3D game. So, first 3D appearances of Mario, Peach, Toad, Yoshi, and Bowser. Um, they, it's a really minor thing. I know it's like for Super Mario 64, they, they removed the so long gay Bowser that was in the original game, and I think now he just says bye bye, and it's fine. I was always mystified why it sounded like that in the game. So, um, Mario Kart comes out in '92. I think probably, I don't know which Mario Kart I would say my favorite is. Maybe the newest one, Deluxe, is great. Oh yeah, it's a really like minor thing. It all and it's again it's I swear it always sounded like so long Gay Bowser. Um, but yeah, that was removed and now it's bye bye. And um, I mean it's like it's been out for so long. Right, yeah, it's been out for so long. It's just, why change it? Why not? Why just keep it in the game? Like, it's just right. Mario Kart Wii is dope because that's not just the motorcycles, but also you can only do wheelies with motorcycle, And I think if I remember correctly too, you with the motorcycles, those were the only ones you could do tricks with initially, right? And then they added that to the carts later. I kept on forgetting. Doggy Mango, if you're still here, how are you doing? If you're still in the chat, but right, yeah, I think it's like most of the motorcycles. I think it was more an advantage you have the motorcycle. But then I thought that for the carts to stay competitive, were they faster, or were they like you got a bigger boost from the drift or something like that? Okay, okay, there we go. Okay, I just wanted to check, uh, Doggy Mango. So, thank you. So no, you're right. Yeah, and then I don't know if it was Mario Kart 7 or Mario Kart 8 that have finally had carts you could do the tricks with the carts and then yeah, everybody's balanced. I think it was interesting that they added the ATV right in Mario Kart 8, and then yeah, I think that's the only like that's the last like major like new vehicle type that they tried to have more of. And I don't know if the ATV was good or not. I just remember that like that was I think the last major thing besides the carts transforming mid like jump into water or in the air or whatever. So, but yeah, but no, you're right. Mario Kart Wii is such a fantastic game. I don't know if they brought too many levels or courses back. Um, you're right. Eight has those gravity tracks, and that was a big main draw or whatever. So, um, and no, you're right. It does get a little bit motion sickness and all that. So the I was gonna ask Brano, did you ever get a chance to play Mario Kart Arcade GP? Because that was one of the ones I wanted to play for the longest time. It never went out of Japan until like maybe like 5 years ago, and then it went to Dave and Buster's. The like the drinking like chain or the drinking and arcade games chain. And then I saw Arcade GP in like my local mall, but that was right around the same time I stopped playing video games. So I was like, or can't play video games. So I was super bummed. I was like, man, I wish I could have tried Arcade GP. So I don't know if there was anything super or unique about Arcade GP, other than the fact I think since it was made by Namco, they had Pac-Man in some of the games or whatever. So that was just the only like I think unique thing of just adding Pac-Man, which Pac-Man's in Super Smash Brothers now. So, um, continuing off of Mario Kart, for more Mario spin-offs, Mario Party. As a joke goes, so many broken friendships over Mario Party. Mario Party 3. Um, Again, the second appearance of not just Daisy but also Waluigi. So, and Mario Tennis has a reappearance of Daisy, and then the first appearance of Waluigi. Yeah, no, you're right. Mario Kart's really solid. I will honestly say, Mario Kart 8, or no, I gotcha. Mario Kart itself is solid. Mario Kart 8 has their Rainbow Road. I swear that's the most I fall off of any track, and I think that's my least liked Rainbow Road because I fall off so much. So, um, yeah, Mario Party has some like, and I know it's like they made a Switch version called like Mario Party 100 the best or something, or it was a DS title, but it was just all the mini games. I was going like, yeah, I swear that's the only reason people play Mario Party, because some of the mini games are slick. They those mini games are probably like the best, and they have what's it called? Um, they're just fun in general. They have like they have like prototypes of basketball, and that kind of that's almost a segue for Mario Sports Mix, because Mario Sports Mix. Oh yeah, and all the Mario sports games are usually solid. I've looking at all of them. I swear there's not a bad. People would probably say Mario Sports Mix has is bad, but I think it's really dope. It's Sports Mix unfortunately came out way like late to the party. It came out in 2010, and it has like the Game Boy one for like Island Dash. I think it was. I think that was for like old Mario Party. I think it removed some characters too, and yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. There's like only like four characters, and and it's very it might that one might just be mini games by itself, because I don't know if they could have the the boards and all that. Um, I think it's like the last I think Mario Party I got to the play was 6. I will vouch for 6. I think 6 is dope. I think I never tried 7. I always wanted to try 7, but I think 6 is I'll vouch for Mario Party 6 if you get a chance for a GameCube copy, or if you play it on uh what's it called, on an emulator, because I think it's like that's the one where you can throw like stuff on the board, and instead of items that will target people directly in front of you or or behind you, you can play strategically. I Mario Party 8, I wish I still had a viable copy, because unfortunately I think my copy got scratched, so unfortunately I never scratched too bad, so I can't play it anymore. But no, you're right, Doggy. From what I remember, I think yeah, no, you're right. 8 had some pretty solid games. I don't remember 10 so much. Was that the newest one released on the Switch, or was that the cuz I really wanted to try the Switch one, but never got a chance to. So 10 slash the one where they had all the mini games. I would love to own a copy of that, cuz uh what's it called? Mario Party is usually entertaining. Um, but that kind of goes to what I was going to talk about. If you guys ever tried, I know it's like for the sports games there's Super Mario Sluggers, there's Super Mario Strikers for the soccer slash football one. Mario and Sonic at the Olympics of the I tried Rio 2016. That's not that bad. I wish there wasn't such a delay to get it to play the games or whatever, but um yeah, the Olympics ones are I only played one, but Rio 2016 I think is pretty solid. Um because it's like there's archery, there's like horse riding, there's equestrian stuff. It's pretty solid from what I remember. I swear I played Strikers, but I never like have any recollection. Like when I see it, I'm like, this is super foreign to me. But maybe I did once, and but like I wish I had a copy of Strikers. Um, I never tried Super Sluggers, but that kind of looked cool. Um, but but yeah, I was gonna bring up Sports Mix again, because Sports Mix has basketball, um, hockey, volleyball and dodgeball. I swear volleyball was the least fun for me, but I think hockey's pretty fun because you can get in the fights as well over the puck, and with the basketball one, you can like send your teammates up for like dunks and layups and stuff. It's great. Um, and it's also too. It's like since it was developed by Square for Sports Mix, you can unlock like the Dragon Quest slime, like the classic Red Ninja, White Mage, and like basically Vivi from Final Fantasy IX. Um, but yeah, it's they have those four secret characters. Unfortunately, when you try to unlock them, you unlock them by each sport. You don't unlock them for all sports. So you have to replay the game a lot. Unfortunately. Um. Next for like main games or the big ones or Super Mario Sunshine. We've seen a lot of Super Mario Sunshine. I think got a bad rap. A lot of people give it guff, but I think Sunshine is pretty solid. Um, I think probably a lot of people give it guff because people just played Super Mario 64, so they expect that to be solid. So, what new for like the 3D All Stars? Okay, that's unfortunate. I'm kind of sad by that. I kind of wish they put the DS version of Super Mario 64 because even though they're really oh well no now that to be fair like um I think most Mario games are really difficult, especially the classic ones. Again, like I was saying, or I think the only one I beat in is Super Mario World, and even then that was on the Wii U with save states. So, um, which I know people boo save states for gamer capability, but I don't care. Again, I put so many save states in Donkey Kong Country because again, like I was saying, I think when you were playing Sunshine one of the days, Brano. Um, Thank you for dropping by, Shrimpy. But yeah, Donkey Kong Country, there are a lot of difficult jumps and a lot of cursing. So, I like go. Sorry, this is another tangent, but playing Donkey Kong Country, like I was always scared of it as a kid because like that game over screen and like Donkey Kong looked super looked so weird because they tried to make him look 3D with making the graphics look like that, and I think that always scared me as a kid. But replaying it nowadays doesn't disturb me as much. Diddy Kong is worth it when you look at those games because he says such cute sounds like ow ow, and yeah. Also, it's like it's really awkward because Diddy can make better jumps, but he can't take out the big guys or like the clumps or whatever. But Donkey Kong can, but he's a worse jumper. So, and yeah, Diddy can do the somersault, and you can get farther with that. But no, you're right. Rewatching those challenge levels, Brano. Yeah, I consistently forgot how difficult those were. I almost think like looking back on the rare Donkey Kong games, right? I think a lot of people praise the graphics or the music because the music is really solid as well. Or I don't well no yeah the music's solid. But I think they didn't praise at the fact that you can technically play as four different characters because it's a different main character each time for DKC 1, 2, and 3 because it's Dixie next and then Dixie and Diddy next and Dixie and Kiddy Kong. So like oh gosh, even going to Mario Kart 2 or if you guys play that on your mobile devices, um they added, I think they added Dixie Kong recently, and they a lot of characters have new outfits as well, which is crazy to me. Like Wario has a cowboy outfit, and like Daisy has a like a yukata. It's really cool. Um, but yeah, Donkey Kong games are really solid. Um, Again, like Mario Kart Tour, Mario has tons of costumes. Peach has a lot of costumes as well. Um, they haven't got a lot of Waluigi costume, but there's tons of characters in Mario Kart Tour, and for the mobile games as well. There's tons of characters for Tour, Doctor Mario. Um, yeah, there's so much Mario stuff. That's why I wrote 2 pages because read like charting everything down. Like I was going like I couldn't even believe this. Um, 2007 Super Mario Galaxy comes out, first appearance of Rosalina, and yeah, I get salty because people give people like Rosalina a lot. So, and I know. Um, and then Luigi's Mansion comes out 2001. Luigi's third or fourth starring appearance, I don't know. I know talking about with you, Brano. I think you really like Luigi's Mansion, right? Maybe I'll eventually add Rosalina. I know there's a Rosalina emote for I think one of my friends has it. Um I think YouTube or Twitch streamer slash YouTube personality. I think their name is Assist Doom. They're friends of Maximilian Dude. So if you subscribe to them, I think they have a Rosalina emote. So I'll consider Rosalina now that I think about it for my emotes as well. If we get beyond 50, because I think you can have a lot of tier 1 slots. So or tier 1 emote slots. So um if you ever play the WarioWare games, those are usually really fun, and that's why I was saying I get salty because Wario technically has 2 franchises instead of just instead of some of the characters not having one at all. So yeah, WarioWare is usually super fun. If you play the Wii One WarioWare Smooth Moves, I recommend that as having a physical copy or buying it on the Wii U shop. It's really fun. Um, and then that's almost frankly it. Besides Super Mario Run for mobile and Mario vs. Donkey Kong 2 for Pauline's Return, and Super Mario 3D World on both the Wii U and the DS because there are a lot of Mario games, and yeah. um, we already kind of talked about the Super Mario movie earlier, so I kind of don't want to talk about it. Because again, it's weird. A lot of it doesn't make sense. It's cool that one of the writers was like, well, we'll include Princess Daisy and Pauline, but that's kind of where the cool ends and begins. So they had a Super Mario Brothers Super Show, which if you watched it, I tried watching an episode. It honestly gave me a headache because they use the sound effects way too often, and I think that's for the meme like sounds of like, oh, here's my spaghetti by Luigi or whatever. So I gotcha, because yeah, like watching it, they have the live action sections and then they have the animated portion, and again it gets super confusing because they colored Peach's hair like a redhead. So I think they got that because old Super Mario, Peach has red hair for the sprite, because if they gave her yellow or blonde hair, I think a lot of kids or whatever would assume she's old. So I think they gave her the red hair to stand out, and that's what they went with for the show. Um, but also I was gonna say, that Super Mario Super Show is um it's goofy. If um if you watch it at all, watch the outro because it's probably like one of the best worst things you'll ever see because it's swing your arms from side to side. Come on, let's go do the Mario. So it's it's adorable and dumb at the same time. Um, I didn't realize they showed So you heard that before, eh? Yeah, you know that song. I only know it from my older brother and some of our family friends. So, but yeah, that that song is so like I'm surprised Nintendo, or Nintendo of America has never like reprised it in a game because it's so good. Um, maybe we'll make it a alert sound, and that's why if Shrimpy, if you're still here, I was gonna ask, can you drop a bit? Because I was gonna see if my custom alert, just one bit, it doesn't matter. I just wanted to see if, um, what's it called? If my custom alert is gonna work or not. Because Nightbot kept on giving that generic alert sound, so. Okay, did it show up on screen? Or is it. Oh, Brad, I'm sorry, you didn't have to drop 100, like. Okay, well then, I don't. I don't know why it's the standard alert sound. Okay, well, anyway, thank you, Brano, because I didn't want your bits to go unnoticed, especially if it didn't have the alert sound. So, what do you mean, Dad? As Jerry. Well, I mean, who are you first off? I won't recognize that Jerry unless you say something. What, Shane or Angel? Cuz oh my, so you followed me the couple last days. I'm really sorry about that cuz oh my god, Game Geezer as well. So, yeah, thank you for following, Shane. If you do stream, I'll follow you as well cuz yeah, I'm really sorry. I had a spat with Zach and I don't know where Angel is with. Um so yeah, I'm really so yeah, I'll definitely friend you on Facebook, Shane. So, but yeah, thank you again if you eventually stream. But yeah, I know you work at the Toyota in town. Yeah, and you helped with my mom's car with yeah, my mom's car, the Toyota Rav4 or whatever. So yeah, I know Shane. So yeah, Shane's a good guy. So again, I'm glad that you're still having work, and if you eventually do stream, so oh you eventually moved. Oh, I gotcha. Like I was just gonna ask and make sure, are you financially stable? Because like that's what I was gonna say. I hopefully you're financially stable and you have a consistent job and all that. So because that's a big thing. Unfortunately, with the coronavirus, a lot of people lost their jobs. So that's a big thing. Because again, like eventually, if you do stream, Shane, I I gotcha, dude. Because okay, that's great. Wait, sorry, my bad. Washington D.C. or just Washington State? So because yeah, okay, I gotcha. What? Because uh, Seattle's in Washington, right? Like I'm sorry, my spatial awareness is bad. So um, but yeah, I just wanted to make sure. So the funniest thing, and it's probably the lamest thing to say it, but also thank you for dropping by, Game Geezer. If you left, thank you for jumping in, Shane, and yeah, thank you for everybody being here. We have a little bit left, and then I think the stream will be over. Um, I think the only other thing I was going to say about the Super Mario Super Show, I think they eventually had a Legend of Zelda cartoon, and I think it's like they have the most embarrassing voice actors or whatever, because the guy says, "Oh my gosh." Thank you very much, Doggy Mango. That means a lot. Yeah, and that song is specifically from Fantasy Star. Fantasy Star is a big thing for me. So yeah, that song is like from the second episode of Fantasy Star. I think it's a better of the two, or rather three songs, because I don't know if Blueburst is really. Thank you very much. I really want to get the 35, and I don't know when and where those you know because if you played Monster World 4, it's on like a Sega Classic. Oh my god. Thank you very much, Shrimpy. I can't recommend Fantasy Star Online 2 because like it came out west. It's really it's not easy to learn, honestly. Like I know, talking with J2, like Destiny has a problem with like not have or simplified ways to complete quests, but like Fantasy Star Online 2, they have a lot of problems. Like I was like really hyped it came out, but then I was like really upset because I was going like, why now? Why during I you can honestly blame Fantasy Star for the 2020 coronavirus like craziness, because I didn't think it was gonna come out. So I'm kidding. um. Anyway, so Legend of Zelda show, it has really embarrassing voice actors. I think one guy even goes like, "Well, excuse me, princess," as Link. So that guy is Link or whatever, and I think they have like meme worthy, like that's where like the meme worthy where it's like the king says, "Oh my boy." That's where I think that meme came from, or it came from, or it's animated from the Zelda CDI game. So either that's where it comes from. Oh my boy. Yes, there. That's for all those ancient memes. They had one last Nintendo animated show, and I know Shrimpy brought it up originally. But not sorry. They had Kirby Right Back Gotcha for like a, early 2000s anime, but they have there's a show called Captain N the Game Master, and it was this like really like generic run of the mill guy that gets like zapped into the television, into video game world, and I would say that's even worse than the Legend of Zelda show, because there's Mega Man, and Mega Man has this really deep voice, like he injured himself. And there's Simon Belmont from Castlevania, but he looks like a Swiss mountaineer. He has like all this climbing gear. He doesn't look like himself. And there's also Kid Icarus Pit. So all your favorite characters: Mega Man, Kid Icarus or Pit, and Simon Belmont that doesn't even look like himself. He honestly, Simon Belmont in that show looks like Gaston from Beauty and the Beast. It's amazing if you ever catch a glimpse of it. And also the villains of the show are Mother Brain from Metroid, the Eggplant Wizard from Ice Climbers, I think, and somebody from Punch Out. I think his name is like Dr. Hippopotamus or something like that. So it's the most obscure video game characters versus like obscure video game villains. So it's the recipe for the best show. Um, I can't I have trouble whether or not I dislike Kid Icarus, because it's also made by Gunpei Yokoi, and again he made he and his team managers made Super Mario Land and Metroid, so yeah. Um, I think the last thing I wanted to talk about, guys, was if you ever seen the Nintendo comics, they have some manga or comics in Japan. I'm always sad. They had some comics in Nintendo Power sometimes, but I'm sad that they never you know, release comics so much that it became like Sonic or Mega Man, where they're published by Archie, and they I don't know how well they do good in sales, um but yeah, what's it called? Um, they have the Sonic comics. I don't know if they're good or not. Same thing with the Mega Man ones, but they exist, and I kind of wish the Nintendo had so many comics over here, but unfortunately they don't. Because they have like extra stuff for like F-Zero and all that, but they never they're never gonna bring them over here, so I get disappointed at that. So I think the best way to end it today, guys, to bring up the what's it called again, the Super Mario Super Show ending song, swing your arms from side to side. Come on, it's called Let's Do the Mario. Like that, they honestly, to be fair, they must have filmed that while it's high, because like the actor Lou Albano as Mario, they have him like jumping back and forth in the green screen, and they have him at like various weird points, like they put him on top of like a rock sculpture in the background, and it's honestly funny if you look it up. It's good for a laugh. You know what? I'll put it in the Discord, guys, for the Kenny Mango's Discord. So no. Well, I mean, to be fair, it's like it's almost like Batman with Aaron Eckhart, like Harvey Dent's like you either live, you either become. No, you're right. I'm glad it happened though, because it's funny. But it's like you either live long enough to see yourself become a villain, or you die a hero. So you either see how good it is for a while, or you cut it early, and then you kind of save face. But because it's like there's so many, it's like there's so many versions of X-Men, there's so many versions of Avengers, and at the point you're like, why though? Like there's so many subcategories of X-Men. Like there's Astonishing X-Men, Giant Size X-Men, Uncanny X-Men, and I lose count there because there's I think Ultimate X-Men. There's so many versions, and at that point it's like, all right, why don't you make more original characters? I prefer it if you make more original characters. I don't want to hear about the umpteenth time Jean Grey dies or Professor X dies. So, or they made a Civil War 2 in comics as well, which I'm frankly surprised by, and I'm like, it just doesn't make sense to me. So, I don't know what subject we're gonna do next, guys. Shrimpy RF, he suggested we do Ninja Turtles. You know what? I'll put it up to a vote in Discord. Guys, what would you want to hear talked about? Because I don't mind doing the research for it, but it's like I would say that I would have to pause for most horror stuff because I honestly don't have the stomach for it. So again, like I don't mind enjoying, or I mean I don't mind watching Dead by Daylight because for the most intents and purposes, there's not too much gory aspects to it. Like something like Mortal Kombat, but yeah. So again, the animations are kind of gruesome for Dead by Daylight, but again, no, no arms are being ripped off, no like excessive blood gouging is happening, so it's not bad. Um, but anyway, yeah, I'll put it up in both our Discord for Shrimpy and the Discord for Kitty Mango as well. So anyways, thank you everybody for dropping by, and thank you as well for Doggy, Mango, Shrimpy, and Brano for subscribing. Thank you very much. Hopefully we get to 35 someday, because then that's the next emote, or tier 1 emote, and we eventually get to 50, because that's the last emote I have planned right now. We have the chat badge, which is the crown, so but yeah, thank you for stopping by as well, Brano. I think you were here at least once, I think maybe 4 to 6 streams ago. I know it's been a while, so, and I'm sorry, I upload my streams. I really don't like the sound. I mean, it's a usual thing where it's like no, you're right, yeah, but it's usually what's it called, I can't think of what I was gonna say, but yeah, I'm sorry. I know it's not the best entertaining content in the world, but this is what I gotta do right now, or this is what I can do right now, because like I was saying, I can't play video games anymore due to having a mental health breakdown in October of last year. So not to be too depressing or too sad or anything like that, but no, it's like I like to learn about the information, and not to be like a know-it-all, because like I don't want to be that nerdy guy with a high-pitched voice and be like, that didn't happen, this happened, yeah. I don't want to be that guy. I just like to try and find out a lot about the subject, and then like the dream thing is, if I got hired to write for like DC or Marvel or Nintendo, like I'd be so happy doing that, because then I can make a original story and go on from there. I know it's like a lot of publishers, for publishing books, you need to make an original books, and then you'll get your name out there, and then they'll be like, okay, well, maybe this guy can write something good, and go on from there. But anyway, thank you everybody for dropping by. We honestly, I'm surprised we got to an hour. I think we never got to that previously. I think it's probably the Elite Beat Agents episode, and what's it called? I think Kingdoms of Amalur and Knights of the Republic. Knights of the Republic, if you haven't, Knights of the Republic, I wouldn't recommend watching it, but if you ever try to play any of those games, I think Knights 2 is pretty solid, and Kingdoms of Amalur is, I don't know for Kingdoms of Amalur Re-Reckoning if they did a better job, I don't know if it's the same game. Apparently they updated, the graphics or textures or whatever, so it looks better, but I don't know if it's good or not, so. But again, thank you everybody for jumping in. I'm Real Zero, your host, signing off.